The Boston Bruins got a massive, much-needed win against the Philadelphia Flyers. And this game was nothing crazy. What we saw from the Boston Bruins can be done every single game. I'm going to be talking about what that is, how they can continue doing this, and how this will lead to so much success for this team as it is here in this video. Now, before we get into all of this news, the game, everything to do with it, we know so 70% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you're looking for a spot to get all of your Boston Bruins news, you're in the right spot. Hit the sub button, join me here on the channel. We're covering everything Boston Bruins, and things are looking up, ladies and gentlemen. Things are looking good. Now, I know this is the Philadelphia Flyers, and I know this is probably not the best win that we can see the Bruins have this season, but this was exactly what we needed to see the Boston Bruins do here in this game, and they get a much-needed win, as I mentioned. And once again, the Philadelphia Flyers, we know they're not the greatest team. We know that they're in a bit of a struggle, but the fact that we saw this team come out, play the way they did, keep the game simple, not try anything crazy, this is what we need to do to see this team succeed. This is how this team will get to where they want to be, by keeping things as easy as they can. And with our first screenshot, I'm pulling up the the hockey stat card from @HockeyStatCards on Twitter. And as you can see how much positive came out of this game just because players were playing their role. They were keeping things simple. They weren't going out trying to do too much. They worked as a team. That's the one thing the Bruins haven't done, is they haven't worked as a team. It seems like, and it has seemed like for the entire the season so far, that the Bruins players are individually trying to go out there and make this turn around, but that was not what we saw this game. This game, everybody was going. Everybody was playing their own game, not doing stuff that they shouldn't. And we've seen the role and the way that this team came out and got a major win. And that's exactly what the Bruins have done to get this win, and what they need to continue doing to see another win. And looking at this here, the lines of this game, this is probably the biggest story of this one. Pull up on the big screen so you can take a look. Pause if you want to read them. I'm sure many of you guys saw or before the game or knew who it was. But rocking Marchand, Lindholm, and Pastrnak once again on the first line. Going back to that, Zacha, Coyle, and Brazeau on the second, Frederic, Poitras, and Geeky on the third, and Beecher, Kaslik, and Kepke on the fourth, making that fourth line back together. Zadorov, McAvoy, Lindholm, and Carlo, and Lowry Wotherspoon over Andrew Peeke and Parker Wotherspoon. What a game from him as well. But these lines, nothing crazy. Jim Montgomery didn't go out of here, make some weird lines, make something crazy. He kept it simple, kept it the way it was before that we've seen work, and look what happened. A big, big win. Ultimately, this is exactly what we needed. This is exactly how this team will really find this success. And I'm not saying no moves need to be made. I still think that if you call up, whether it's Lysell when he gets healthy, whether it's Merkulov, whether it's someone like that, whether you sign Tyler Johnson, there are many opportunities for this team to go out here and play their game. Now that we have this win, now that we see what worked, now we have the monkey off our back after the wins, I see this team coming out playing this way every game. I see this team really finding the simple success as they did in this game. A bit of a shaky second period, but the third period was one to remember. That's one to keep in mind going into the next couple games. Tomorrow against Seattle being our first test again, once again, the first back-to-back of the season as well. And with a back-to-back too, we're going to need to keep things going. We're going to need to keep these lines the same. Play as if this is the fourth, fifth, and sixth period of this game. Keep it as it was, and you will find the success that they did in this game. Now, looking at the box score as well for this game, Korpisalo, first one I wanted to start with. What a game by him. This game really was held on for the win by him. Now, of course, the players played well as well, but Joonas Korpisalo making some desperation saves that need to be made, and things that he needed to do that, honestly, at this point, I'm not sure if Swayman would have been able to do at this very point in the season. But looking at the players as well, Brad Marchand, what a game from him. Bounce back game for really the season, I guess we could say. The beautiful assist on the Justin Brazeau goal. What a shot by Brazeau as well there. And of course, the empty netter, full ice. And it was very good to see that we're getting this. Marchand laughing at the bench at the end of the game, seeing those guys go up and really just not let the game get out of hand. They wanted to still stick up for the team, stick up for their players, not let the team get bullied, not say that even after the win is everything, but still, you do see the team sticking up for each other after the game, which I think is a big part. This is the first game that I can confidently say I've seen the team be gelled together, work together, really have the chemistry. And if Jim Montgomery does change these lines for next game tomorrow, we're going to have an issue. Me personally, I'm going to have an issue with Jim Montgomery. But right now, the way we've seen this game, the way we've seen this team play, this is exactly what we needed to see. This is exactly how this team needs to think and look ahead at the future games. Just play the way you have been. Play simple. Don't try anything crazy. We saw some beautiful plays, some beautiful things that we haven't seen this season so far, but they're just simple items. They're just nice puck movement, the smartest play, not trying to force a puck or not trying to do anything in this game. It was just exactly how the players need to play and play regular hockey. Don't try and do anything crazy. And that's where the Bruins have really found their success this season and the few wins that they have gotten. That's where it's all came from. It's come from a simple game. It come from a simple play, as well as the goalies playing well. Once a tandem of all of that, this is going to lead to a lot of success here in this season if we do continue to see this. Now, of course, as I mentioned, there's still a few moves made here and there depending on how the team progresses, how they play in the future, how many players get hurt, whatnot. Hopefully it's none, but, it's an NHL season. There's definitely going to be at some point an injury. But this team right now, although some players have not been playing well, they can play like this. I see no way the Bruins are going to struggle. But going into the screenshot here as well from the Bruins Network, I wanted to point this out. I kind of mentioned it a moment ago, but winning is great. But McAvoy, Poitras, Carlo, Frederic, and Pastrnak all taking a stand, throwing the Flyers around while up 4-0 is better. Don't care about taking penalties here. Just let it be known that you're not going to be pushed around or bullied. Good on them. And that's exactly true. You don't want to get bullied around or pushed around by another team, showing teams that you're vulnerable. But the fact that we're seeing this team chemistry working together, sticking up for your guys, something we really haven't seen too much in the past few games, and really just goes to show how much the chemistry evolved in this game, how much the chemistry took a major step up here in this game, and it's exactly what we wanted. This is exactly what we wanted to see as Bruins fans, with a win on top of it. It's the perfect first step to turning this season around right now, the point where we need to turn it around, and I'm very happy that I can say with this that that's how it's going. And on top of that as well, the physicality. This team's physicality in this game was really top-notch. It was exactly the way we wanted to see it once again. I feel like I'm saying it's exactly the way we wanted it because it all was. This was the perfect game for the Bruins. And as soon as we play better teams as well, we're going to need to see the same thing out of this. We're going to need to see some better connections and everything like that, all kind of adding up to the way we want to see a game be won here against any team in the NHL. But the physicality, laying the hits, the right time, the right way, it was perfect. Not getting out of position. A full game that led to a big W that I'm sure just about everybody will be happy with. And once again, I'll mention it one final time. It is the Philadelphia Flyers. Not the greatest team in the NHL, but the fact that we're starting here, I don't care if this was against an AHL team. The fact that we started here getting a win this way is exactly the start the Bruins needed to turn this season around. So let me know what you think about this game. Obviously, a very, very big win. A true test tomorrow will be our first back-to-back against Seattle. So this is going to be one that we're going to wait and see tomorrow for as well. We mentioned Jim Montgomery, his decision, or not his decision, but the team's decision on what will go further for him will be determined by this weekend, and so far it's off to a good start. So let me know what you think about this game. Very, very big, of course, and we want to see this continue. So that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.